right, shalom, shalom. Blessings, blessings. Hope you are having a Barak day, a blessed day. And just coming in real quick, not gonna be too long here. I'm gonna talk about this draft, this order that they're putting in, going to put in for those that are 18 to 26 is what I'm seeing. 18 to 26 years old, all men. And wouldn't be surprised if it's women as well. You know, an abomination that that we would even send our young daughters out to war. You know, it's amazing that like the other wicked nations such as China, that they have so many women in the military. China has a lot of women in the military. And we're not talking about military aid. We're not talking about nurses and hospital military aid. We're talking about guns in hand, boots on the ground, fighting women, okay? And hey, there's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with a woman being trained like a soldier, to be combat ready. I'm all for that. Be combat ready. Combat ready. Know how to shoot. Know how to fight. Know how to protect yourself. Know how to defend yourself. I got 4 daughters, and many other daughters that are under me. And, you know, we are going to teach all of them, and they will all have a form of combat training under their belt. And so I'm not against that at all. Don't get me wrong, at all. That's okay. But to send our women out to go fight like men and to go fight other men. So what you're saying is you're gonna send these young daughters out to war. You're sending girls to fight other men. Though they have guns, okay. But still, that is a complete abomination. Nowhere in the scriptures, because we're going to talk about the scriptures because we are a Bible-based ministry, right? So everything is filtered through the Holy Scriptures. We're not going to send our daughters into the military, especially to be cannon fodder, right? We're not going to do that. You can do that if you feel like it. Do what you please. But we're not doing none of that. And I hope you don't expect us to do that and look at us sideways if we choose to not do that, because it is our right and it is our prerogative. I think I came out the back side of this. So with that said, back to the men. Yeah, I came out the back side of this. Okay. Back to the men. 18 to 26 must sign draft must enroll in the military. Okay, yeah, I need to make this U-turn. So, okay, let me get my thought process kind of went off a little bit. I'm driving, went to this new location. I ain't got my GPS on. You know, that's a good thing some of us need to do. You need to turn that GPS off and all these things off so that you can actually use these brain cells instead of using Google 24/7 all day. You know, okay, we know it's good to use occasionally. You're in a very strange place, but don't use it in every day going from to and fro around where you live. Use your brain a little bit, you know, exercise your brain a little bit so that you can actually function. You know, you're not a zombie out here just following technology. But anyways, let me get back. So what do I think about it? Truly, heart to heart, what do I think about it? I'm not for sending my son into the military, nor pushing him towards that way. But what I will tell him, and what I tell you young men, is to fight for yourself. Fight for your families if you have one. If you're married, if you have children, fight for them. Fight for your community, your local community, and protecting your own backyard. I'm 100% for that. 100% for that. Okay? So that is what I am for. And on top of that, to go into the military these days, you have to have all types of shots, snake venom, the Dovik 91. We're still gonna, you know what I'm talking about, that COVID. You gotta have all these vaccinations that are unnecessary, that they wanna tout as preventative measures. And it's a bunch of BS. I'm not about to shoot my body up or have my son or my sons shoot their bodies up with a bunch of BS that later on down the line is going to affect them in a negative way. Okay? I'm just not going to do that. And we're not going to do that. And in the ministry, we don't teach that. We do not advocate for the military. Oh yes, we're glad that we have freedom in this country. And I have attempted to fight for this country and got denied. Based off some things I'm not going to say here on this feed here. In the past. So the thing is they're making this thing mandatory, which I believe you already had to do in high school. I remember filling out paperwork about entering the military and whatnot. So I don't know exactly the ins and outs of how all this is tied together or not tied together. But if you can't go to war and have enough willing men to go, it don't sound like you're gonna probably win that war. Second thing, a lot of the 18 to 26 year old men, which today would probably be a more accurate term would just be males, because they're not true men like early American days. Boys were raised to be men and had responsibilities and duties, things that young boys or young men were doing back even I dare to say 75 years ago, at the age of 10 to 13 years old. Boys these days, they're not doing those type of works till they're in their 20s. If that lets you know what kind of day and age we're in right now. These boys today between 18 and 26, or heck, you could say 18 and 30, 18 and 35 probably, is video games. What's the newest and latest game that's coming out? Cyber space, everything technological. Nothing to do with putting these hands to actual physical labor. So them gripping a gun, their hands are gonna be hurting because they got soft hands. They don't know what a callus is. Okay? And that's just facts. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm just speaking facts. These boys in this generation have not been raised to be men. And if that's you, if you're fat If you're lazy, if you're on the game all day, you need to hit the gym. You need to get out here in the yard, do some yard work. You need to get yourself right. And that's straight up. You know, why would you want me to tell you anything else? Why would you want me to tell you that it's okay for you to be fat? It's okay for you to be lazy. It's okay for you to just think about yourself. No, you need to do for others. And you need to be fit for yourself and for your future wife. You know what I mean? You can get the best woman possible when you're the best version of you possible. See, it all makes sense. It all lines up. Why cut yourself short? Why cut your life short? Because if you are fat, lazy, half sick all the time, have all these comorbidities, that COVID did a work on you. I bet it did. I know it did. So with that, I know I've kind of went off a little bit, but we have to talk about the condition of men, the condition of these 18 to 26-year-olds that are about to be mandated to enlist into the military. And with that, they're not in shape. They don't know how to fight. They probably never been in a fight. And they're just soft mama boys. And don't get me wrong, again, there's nothing wrong in a sense of loving your mother and being really close to your mother. But we're talking about sissified, weak boys. Okay? And that's just straight up. You need to learn how to be a man. You better learn, and you better learn it real quick before you go into this draft. Because once you get into that military and you got these men hollering, screaming in your face and telling you to drop down and give me 50 and you can't do 5, you're going to be in a world of hurt. You're going to be in a world of hurt. If you can't drop down easily in a snap of a finger and do 25 push-ups and really 50 push-ups, I feel for you. I really do. Because you're about to have it rough. The running you're about to do, the training you're about to do with weight on your back, the miles you're finna walk, the miles you're finna march, all those things that you're finna hit in boot camp, whoo-wee, yikums. Yeah, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it, and it is not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be fun. But I hope you make it, you know, and I hope the Most High has mercy on you, because you know in other nations this is you are mandated. I have an older brother from Mexico, and over there it's mandatory, or at least when he was coming up. You have to double check and fact check this. He's in his 60s, but when he was coming up, when he was just coming out of high school, it was mandatory that you did 2 years in the military. 2 years, mandatory. Think about that for a second. Now, and then we think about biblically. Once you were 18, 20, thinking this American mindset. 20 years old when you were able to go to the military. That's when you became a man. We had it where it was mandatory that you went to war. There was a few objections to which you wouldn't have to go to war based on if you were what they would call today a newlywed. You were within your first year of a marriage. Or you just had a child, and so on and so forth. There's a few things there. But let me get out of here. This thing is messing up. If we have any mechanics, AC mechanics, comment down in the comments. You hear my AC clicking? I've took it somewhere they can't figure it out. My AC is clicking. Sometimes it doesn't want to blow when you click the head setting and the face setting. It doesn't want to come out. And let me just make sure this video is still going here. There's my corn. My corn's coming up. I need to do some weed in here. But yeah, okay. Yeah, if you know how to do AC work on cars, let me know. I'll explain it more in another video. I know this video is already getting kind of long. I said it was going to be a short video. But you know how pastors are. You know how preachers are. About to wrap up, about to close, and then it's still another 30, 45 minutes. But I'm going to leave you off with this. If you're about to sign up, because they're going to pass this bill, I know it's going to pass, because we just heard some months back that they were having troubles drafting people, so they were going to make another draft. And here we are a few more months down the road, and now they're talking about an 18 to 26-year-old mandatory draft. You better get your stuff in order and be praying to the Most High that you don't get sent. Yes, we need people in the military. Yes, we need to fight for our quote-unquote country. Even though this country has nothing, it does not love you. It is not for you. This is a government that is a hungry beast that feeds off selfishness, greed, and the resources of others, exploiting other nations for its own benefit. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of men and women that try to tout being patriotic. And I don't say this to shame you. I don't say this to be hard on you or to come at you in any kind of way, because I'm a respectful man, and I come at anybody respectfully until they show me that they don't deserve my respect. And then that saying, respect is earned, comes into play. But be proficient. Training. I shoot. I train. I was just training yesterday. I was just at the range shooting a couple 9mm yesterday. And so I understand that we have to protect ourselves. That's why we had the Second Amendment. And praise the Most High that we have that. Because if not, we'd be weak like some other nations. Amongst all the nations, America is still the top place to live. And that's just period, point blank. And that's facts. All these other nations, whether you see it or not, a lot of them are third world countries. And a lot of them don't have the protection that we have here, don't have the freedoms. They literally have to protect themselves from raiders, from pirates, from radical groups, etc., etc. They can't just call 911 and some police show up at their house. That's real deal. That's real facts. That's still to this day in places such as Ghana. Okay, and so with that, saints, I want to salute you and bless you, and may the Most High make his face to shine upon you, and just keep in mind, be ready so you don't have to get ready. With that, shalom.